So hello guys, welcome back to the video VLAN 2. In this part we are going to see like how to do the configuration of access from ports in the VLAN. So let's go forward. So let's take the same topology as seen in part 1. Over here we have one switch, router, and then with 3 VLANs like VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30 over here, and then they are connected to the interfaces over here kindly. So like G10, G11, G12, G13 belongs to VLAN 10, G20, G21, G22 belongs to VLAN 20 of HR, and G30, G31, 32, 33 belong to VLAN 30 over there. So when you issue a command on switch like show VLAN brief, so by default like before even configuring the VLANs, all the ports belong to the default VLAN port, that is VLAN 1 over here. So keep this in mind. So like all the ports belong to the VLAN. So our task is like to configure these ports into the specific respective VLANs. Okay, so like VLAN, so like VLAN 1 is default, and then VLAN 1002, 3, 4 are like existing by default and can be deleted. So keep this in mind. And then the step is like to select the interfaces like interface G1023. So G1023 1011, so it's a range, so it combines all of them. And then like switch port, then since they are connected to the endpoints, so switch port mode access, and then switch port access VLAN 10, so we need to put them into VLAN 10. So respectively for like 2, like what we'll do, interface range G20 to till 2 over here, and then switch port mode access, switch port mode access VLAN, and then the error is given like access VLAN does not exist and creating VLAN 20. So it is just creating VLAN 20 if you haven't created before. So what is an access port? So access port is like nothing but which belongs to a single VLAN and usually connects to the end host. So remember the end hosts are like nothing but the PCs over here, like PCs, laptop or all. And then what are trunk ports? Like switch port which carries multiple VLANs are called trunk ports. So our access port carries only one VLAN, trunk ports carry multiple VLAN. So access ports connect to the end host, and then trunk which a trunk port is called like the which carry the traffic of multiple VLANs. So consider this as a switch and connected to end devices are connected. So like you see the end host being connected to the switch are called access port. And then let's see like we have two switches connected with an interface. So the interface, consider this 3 as a one interface, and it carrying the multiple VLAN traffic of VLAN 10, 20 and 30 respectively through it. So it's since it is carrying multiple VLAN traffic, it is called trunk port. So after you configure the commands before I told you, so by default it will create VLAN 10 over here, so VLAN 10, 20 and 30 over here, and then whatever ports we have configured on that VLAN get designated to that VLAN ports, the ports in that VLAN. Okay, so how to do VLAN configuration, like how to label it and all. So let's do a Cisco demo and then get a clarity of that. So let's hop to Cisco. So I have taken one switch, we have taken two VLANs over here, so VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So I have configured the IPs of this PC like 10.10 0.0.2 10.0.0.3. so this belongs to VLAN 10, but for VLAN 20 the IPs are 10.0.10.2 and respective onwards. So keep this in mind. So I have configured the IP configuration before into /24. Okay, so let's go on switch over here and then configure interface F01 and F02 in VLAN 10. So go to the global config mode. So select the range, interface range F0122. Okay, so once the range is selected, like these two interfaces are selected, what's the first step? Since they are connected to end host, so switch port mode access. So they are connected to the end port, so switch port access, and then where they are connected, switch port access VLAN. So they are connected to VLAN 10, so VLAN 10. So same error we are getting, access VLAN does not exist, creating VLAN 10, correct. So similarly port F03, F04, F05 belongs to VLAN 20. So let's select that thing. So interface range 0 2 to 5, sorry, 3 to 5, and then switch port mode access, since they're in host, switch port access VLAN 20, correct? So creating VLAN. So let's see whether the VLANs are being created. Show VLAN brief. So you can see like the VLAN like F01 V and 2 are configured to VLAN 10, and then VLAN 20 the ports 3 4 5 are being configured there. So what if you want to change the name of this, like VLAN 0010? Okay, so the best step is like go to global config mode and then type in VLAN 10. Okay, so you enter the VLAN global configuration and just type in name. Let's say I want to name as engineering, and then uh, let's go to VLAN 20 and then name HR. So exit and then do show VLAN brief. So as you can see, like immediately the names have been configured for the VLANs. So similarly you can configure the thing, but rest of the ports which are not being configured are belong to the default VLAN 1. So that's clear. So now let's take a look at the trunk port concept. So we'll take one more switch, let's say. Oh, before that, let's see whether we are able to ping the devices from the same subnet. So ping 10.0. PC10 to PC11, so 0.0.3. so yeah, it's able to ping. So now let's see whether VLAN 10 PC is able to ping VLAN 20 like device. Okay, so let's take an IP, like let's ping PC12 over here. So ping 10.0.0.10.2. So if you see over here, VLAN, it creates a different broadcast domain, so that's why it's not able to ping the other subnet over there. So if you want to ping the a device from one VLAN to another VLAN, so there is a concept inter VLAN routing. So in the next video we are going to learn about it, but now access and trunk ports concept is need to be cleared very fast. So I think like you understood, like creating the VLAN creates a separate department and then they are able to talk in between in their device itself. So let's go to let's take one more switch over here, and then let's take one more PCs over here, PC, and then one more laptop over here, and then let's put an IP for this, like let's put this both the PCs in VLAN 10. So 10.10.4 over here, and then 10.0.0.5 over here, and then VLAN let's say 10, like same VLAN, and then VLAN 20, and then 10.0.10.5, let's say. Okay, and then let's designate them the colors over here, and then let's go similar color over here, and then let's connect straight through cable. And then let's configure the IPs on the PCs over here. So once you go over here, go to the IPs. So what's the IP? 10.0.0.4 and then /24, so 255.255.0, and then similarly go to PC15, configure the IP on it. So do 10.0.0.5 over here, and then 255, that is /24 over here. Similarly, let's do for laptop 5 very quick. So it has an IP 10.0.10.5 and then /24. Okay, so yeah, the IPs have been configured, and then let's configure the switch ports over here. So enable configure terminal, my thumb rule, name the host switch 2. Okay, and then configure the interfaces f interface range into the same VLAN, interface range F01 to 2, okay, and then switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10, correct? So it's creating VLAN, and then interface F03 belongs to the laptop 1 over here. So this switch port mode access, switch port uh, access VLAN 20, correct? So it's in VLAN 20 over there, and then yeah, so do show VLAN brief, correct? So 1 and 2 belongs to 10, and 2 and 3 3 belongs to VLAN 20. So now let's see able to ping, like similarly we can ping, I think 0.0.5. oh sorry, the IP is not being, so yeah, it's able to ping PC15, PC16, but it won't be able to ping laptop 1 over there, so 10.5. so since the different VLANs have been created, they can't communicate over there. But so let's see very fast, I'll skip over there, okay, and then my bad, yeah, so you can see they're not able to ping, so that's clear. But now let's connect through a crossover cable PC switch 4 to switch this. Now if it try to ping like PC16 to PC10, let's see whether it is able to ping or not. So go to PC16, and then what's the let's ping PC number 11 here. So ping 10.0.0.3, okay, so let's see whether it's able to ping. Let's carry forward the time. I'll just forward the time, and then you can see it's not able to ping 10.10.3. Why? So the reason is like we haven't done any configuration on this port, like this interfaces. So you understood the concept of access port. Now you need to understand the concept of VLAN trunk ports. So like since this it needs to do communication with VLAN 10, and then this VLAN 20 needs to communicate with VLAN 20 devices, so it needs to carry multiple VLANs traffic. So you need to configure it at a trunk port. So the step is simple. So click on the switch, and then go to interface, like what interface is it, F04, and then configure it as a switch port mode trunk. And then once you do, the interface goes up, and then switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10 and 20. So whatever we need to allow, so just allow 10 and 20 over there. And then how to check, show interface trunk. So as you can see, interface is trunk, like F04 is being considered configured as trunk port, and then we'll allowed VLANs are 10 and 20 over there, correct? So I hope this is clear for you guys. And then similarly F06 is a trunk port, so let's configure that thing. Go to global config mode, so interface F06, and then once you go F06 switch port mode trunk, and then switch port trunk allowed VLAN 10, 20. So as soon as you do that, F06, and then do no shut, yeah, and then just check whether the interface is being, do show interface trunk, oh sorry, do show interface trunk. So as you can see, F06 is being doing the like a trunk port over here, and then it carries 10 and 20 traffic. So let's see whether we are able to ping again PC number 11 from PC number 16. So let's do the command again, ping 10.10. So as soon as you click the thing, you see the traffic is being carried over the same VLAN. So just to see the simulation mode over here, I'll click on this, I'll try again the command ping, and then I'll minimize this. So see that PC16 goes to switch 2, the traffic goes to trunk port VLAN 10, it carries trunk VLAN 10 traffic, then goes to the PCs. So this PC will tell I'm PC number 11.3, goes back, and then yeah. So in this way we are successfully able to configure access and trunk ports. So that's all for this video, and then I hope the concept of VLAN access and trunk ports configuration is very clear. So thank you, that's all for this video. Thank you.